judge. I'm joined once again by Brad McMillan, who was at the courthouse today when the shooting took place. Also, Lise Wheel, who's a former federal prosecutor and also current Fox News legal analyst. And we're also joined right now from Austin, Texas, defense attorney Courtney Anderson. She's an expert in workplace violence. And Courtney, this shooting hits a little bit close to home for you, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, Rita, it does. And I thank you for having me on your show today. I actually became interested in training on workplace violence and dealing with these issues because, unfortunately, a family member of mine and my aunt, a former district judge here in Texas, was subject to one of these courthouse shootings about a decade ago.
And she survived the shooting, correct? But there was multi-shootings in the courtroom, correct?
Yes, she was a district judge and presided over family law type cases. And someone who'd been in her court was apparently unhappy, mentally unstable, and entered into the courthouse with many weapons and did shoot and kill several people. Not my aunt, thank goodness.
And what do you think happened to this guy as an expert? We talked to someone who knew him, said he was a nice guy, affable, but the one thing the person told me before we actually got on the show, I spoke with him on the phone, he said something just snapped. He broke up with his ex-girlfriend, and he said 2 weeks later, apparently, he assaulted her, that something maybe just happened with this breakup when she ditched him.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I do when I go around and train on workplace violence is I warn people. People are not going to come into the office or into a work environment with a label on saying, be careful, I'm on the edge, I'm about to do something violent. And a lot of times they appear placid and calm. Now, this gentleman certainly had been found with these shanks very recently, but I don't think that anyone in this situation expected this type of rage to erupt the way that it did.
And at least there was a warning sign, as Courtney was talking about, and this is stunning to me. Apparently the judge and the prosecutor both said we got to beef up security.
Exactly.
So where was the beefed up security?
Well, nothing obviously happened. Now, I have to tell you, there's a lot of bureaucracy in these courtrooms. A lot, you know, you've got to go through the sheriff or the marshals.
But when a guy is found with two homemade shanks.
But as we've heard tonight, everyone is admitting a big mistake was made. And it's probably going to rest at the sheriff's level because they were warned. But right now, of course, we've got to focus on trying to find this guy.
And Brad, is there anything they can do that authorities can reach out to this guy? Is there any deal at this point? Look, we're not going to kill you if you turn yourself in?
Well, of course, they're always going to make that offer at this point, and I don't believe the police want to harm the suspect. You always want to bring a suspect in alive if you possibly can.
Brad, you got 5 seconds. I'm sorry, if you could hurry it up.
Yeah, I don't think it's a deal necessarily, but I'm certain that the authorities want to bring him in alive.
All right, guys, thank you very much, all of you. Stick with us. We appreciate it. Fox News Live continuing coverage of justice under attack, and the search for a killer on the loose continues in a moment.